Chapter 6. Financial Planning. Dear students, everyone requires money to meet a variety of needs. That's why, after spending on the necessities of the present, everyone tries to save money to make provisions for the future needs. This is what we call saving money. In order to protect our savings or even to make them grow, we keep them as fixed deposit or buy immovable properties such as house, land, etc. And that's what we call investment. Every investor first spends the amount required to meet primary necessities and saves the remaining amount. One also uses these savings to make a carefully considered investments. This is called financial planning. The main purpose of financial planning is protection and growth of the wealth. Financial planning is useful for making provisions for the predictable, such as education of children and other expenses for them, or buying a house like that. Or maybe unpredictable expenses such as medical expenses for a family member or sudden death. However, some important points must be kept in mind as we plan our finances. Savings. It is for our own benefit to keep our savings safe and to make them grow. Our savings remain safe in a bank or in a post office. Money saved in a bank is also useful for cashless transactions. If the money we get or earn is in the form of cash and we keep it as it is, without investing it, its value diminishes with time. If the amount invested is used for expanding a business or other such purposes, it contributes to the growth of the national production. So first we'll see the investments. Investments are of many types. Investors often favor institutions like banks and postal departments for investing their money because it is safe there. There is a certain risk in investing money in shares, mutual funds, etc. So, an investor must take two important points into account when making an investment, namely the risk and the gain. Now, we'll solve one problem. Sumit borrowed a capital of rupees 50,000 to start his food product business. In the first year, he suffered a loss of 20%. He invested the remaining capital in a new sweets business and made a profit of 5%. How much was his profit or loss computed on his original capital? Solution. In the first year, Sumit suffered a loss of 20% on a capital of rupees 50,000 and therefore loss is equal to 50,000 into 20 upon 100 is equal to rupees 10,000. So after first year, the capital of Sumit is equal to 50,000 minus 10,000 is equal to rupees 40,000. Then Sumit invested the remaining capital in a new sweet business and there he made a profit of 5% and therefore profit in sweet business is equal to 40,000 into 5 upon 100 is equal to rupees 2,000. Now, the capital in the hands of Sumit is equal to rupees 40,000 plus the profit in sweets business is equal to 40,000 plus 2,000 is equal to rupees 42,000. Now the loss of Sumit is equal to original capital minus present capital is equal to 50,000 minus 42,000 is equal to rupees 8,000. Now we'll find out the percent loss on his original capital is equal to 8,000 upon 50,000 into 100 is equal to 16%. Therefore, the loss computed on Sumit's original capital is equal to 16%. Next one. Nikhil spent 5% of his monthly income on his children's education, invested 14% in shares, deposited 3% in a bank and used 40% for his daily expenses. He was left with a balance of rupees 19,000. What was his income that month? Let the monthly income of Nikhil is rupees X. He spent 5% of his monthly income on his children's education. Therefore, expense on children's education is equal to X into 5 upon 100 is equal to rupees 5x upon 100. He invested 14% in shares. Therefore, the investment in shares is equal to X into 14 upon 100 is equal to rupees 14x upon 100. He deposited 3% in a bank. Therefore, the amount deposited in bank is equal to X into 3 upon 100 is equal to rupees 3x upon 100. He used 40% of his monthly income for his daily expenses, and therefore daily expenses is equal to X into 40 upon 100 is equal to rupees 40x upon 100. Now the formula is income minus expenditure is equal to savings. Therefore, X minus 5x upon 100 plus 14x upon 100 plus 3x upon 100 plus 40x upon 100 is equal to 19,000. Therefore, X minus 62x upon 100 is equal to 19,000. Therefore, 100x minus 62x upon 100 is equal to 19,000. Therefore, 38x is equal to 19,000 into 100. Therefore, x is equal to 19,000 into 100 upon 38. Therefore, x is equal to 50,000. And therefore, Nikhil's monthly income is equal to rupees 50,000.